Oh, that's right. I think Marlowe's a little high there.
I think Heritage Hall is too high.
What?
I think Christian's going to be in the state championship.
Oh, I hope so.
I might have who in the championship?
Heritage Lincoln Christian?
Yeah.
The LC's going to win that game.
They very well could. That little, huh?
No, the shape of it.
Oh,
He's a little bigger.
get that checked out.
Think so?
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, that ain't right.
What's yours look like? Let's see. What's yours look like?
Let's see here. Well, you didn't like my baby picture I sent you yesterday at the beach? Did you notice my ankle? It looked like it was broke.
It was swollen.
It was swollen. Had the old man varicose veins in it and stuff. What's wrong, Ronnie?
Some arm was in there, too. Yep, they have Chandler 6'2". They have Kiefer 5. Victory Christian 3.
T-Fred says, go Irish. T-Fred, we will be predicting the Guthrie-McGinnis game. So we can be homers or we can have bulletin board material.
What do we don't have?
Why are we talking about that on the air?
We don't even have Idabel in their top 5. We don't even have the top 10.
How about Durant? That's in your top 10. I can tell you one team I'm done with. Beggs.
Beggs, yeah.
Red and Beggs can go home. I'm over it.
Yeah,
Over Beggs.
yeah.
They've done this to us for like 4 years in a row.
They have a good schedule and just think they're going to be able to overcome it. And T-Fred, looking forward to seeing you as well. I'll talk to A.D. Hamilton. He will be awaiting our arrival.
What time? Oh,
You give us our own personal press box?
No.
No. Still no press box in McGinnis?
no press box.
All that money?
Yeah. Times are tough. Catholic Church barely getting by.
Man. You up that tithing.
Barely getting by.
Okie doke. Boy, stream comes on and gets quiet in here.
Well, we're not allowed to talk.
We're
say stuff.
censored. You told us not to say a day. You told us not to say a darn thing.
We definitely can't talk about what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we can. You want us to, Chris? That says it all right there.
So you got your games picked, Phil?
Yep. Oh, you want me to circle them or something?
No, you don't have
Oh.
to. Let's see. Phil, Chris. Ronnie, Phil, Chris.
No, wait, you're going backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Phil, Chris.
Ronnie.
Phil,
Chris, Ronnie.
Ronnie, Phil, Chris. So I got that game.
No, wait, that ain't right. Phil, Chris, Ronnie. Phil, Chris, Ronnie.
watching baseball yesterday? Baseball
Phil.
playoffs started.
Phil gets screwed again.
What's that?
Did you watching baseball yesterday? Playoffs are.
I watched zero baseball.
Oh my
Football season.
goodness.
Your Cubs in the playoffs?
Well, they broke my heart the last 20 games of the season.
They're not in the playoffs?
They had a 92% chance September 6th.
T-Fred.
Lost it last week.
T-Fred says, I want to say this.
Oh, okay.
McGinnis was off on Friday night since they played on Thursday night. I watched different high school football games. Guthrie has the best broadcast in the state. Oh, wow.
Well,
Thank you,
T-Fred.
T-Fred.
May have to reconsider my prediction this week.
Well, in my
McGinnis by
email,
100.
in my
First half.
in my email, I forgot it was to Coach Hamilton, the AD over at McGinnis. I go, we look forward to great Friday night football and seeing T-Fred.
Yeah, exactly. We do look forward to always seeing T. Fred.
Yes.
That is something we do look forward to.
Yep.
Our friend.
Yeah, T. Fred, that was a good one to watch. We felt like that was probably one of our better broadcasts of the season.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Of all
I felt
other years, actually.
Everything
It was
went
up there.
well.
Yeah.
Equipment all agreed. Internet agreed. Ronnie agreed.
Yeah.
Most importantly, I agreed. Yeah.
That was a big deal.
Yep.
What does Chris always say you are? At
The nucleus.
The nucleus of it all.
Nucleus.
Yeah. I'm the nucleus.
And what am I?
Nothing.
You're there.
I'm there. And I'm nothing, and I'm there.
Because all he cared about in the second half was the scores of everybody else.
He was trying to go 10-0.
You know what?
Broken arrow,
You know
North
what,
game
though?
had him going.
You know what, though? Goal accomplished. Daddy's back in the running.
We'll start the show here in about.
Oh, we're gonna start on time.
We're going to
today.
start on time. Yes,
Wow.
it's usually 6:02, 6:03.
Those are terrible. Why would anybody wear those?
Are those not ski boots?
No, those are tennis shoes.
Wow. I forgot to get my wallet.
Those are cool. Those
are
are
cool.
futuristic. Something you saw back in Back to the Future mirror. Yep.
Mm-hmm. 6 o'clock. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the High School Huddle. It is Wednesday, October 4th. We get set for week 6 of the high school football season. Yes, our opener did not have music, forgot to hit the button. But nonetheless, we are live here in our second Banana Media Studios. It is raining.
It's dark outside.
It is dark outside. It is raining. And hopefully wherever you're watching this live, hopefully you're getting some rain as well. And because we need it. It always seems we're here in our downtown studio here in Guthrie. The storms this morning, past Guthrie.
Right over top.
These
This
will go
one
around
got
us.
us though.
Yeah, this is good. We need the moisture.
Need a lot of moisture.
Yeah.
I know it's not good for softball regionals, state softball tournament. Although state softball tournament at Fire Lake gets underway tomorrow, and they're on turf. So at Fire Lake,
helps.
Fire Lake just installed turf in the off season, and so state softball tournaments will get started tomorrow for BA, 2A, and 3A. 4A, 5A, 6A regionals are happening sometime this week. I know a few regionals have been pushed back. Some want to hopefully get started Tuesday, Wednesday, but I think they will be starting this Thursday as well. And also the Class A and B state baseball championship tournaments are this week
Start
as
tomorrow.
well.
Thursday.
A and B are playing the first 2 rounds at Edmond Memorial and Edmond Santa Fe. And then they will converge on to Bricktown in Oklahoma City on Saturday. 12:05 will be Class A. And Class B, I do believe, is like around 3 o'clock-ish. And we will, my brother and I, Ronnie and I, will have the call of those broadcasts on the NFHS network. So unable to get out to Bricktown Ballpark, you love baseball. Major League Baseball playoffs are here. State tournament baseball is here as well. And then the state softball championships will be at Oklahoma State University this weekend on Saturday. You can also watch that on the NFHS network. Tony Wilson and Jeff Matheny, our friends over in Chandler, will have that broadcast. Our friend Justin Evans, who has a lot of connections with Heritage Hall, will have the production of that. So a lot of great things. It's always cool time of the year. You have all the teams, but then you have your broadcast team from Heritage Hall and from Chandler come together. And so it's always fun when we get to see our friends in the media get to do all the cool stuff as well. So
I'll tell you, if you haven't been out and ever watched Class A and Class B fall baseball,
Fort Carr Boxing qualified for the tournament this year.
yeah, they're playing Asher. But it is those. They'll tell you those kids can play ball, man. I'm just telling you, a lot of these kids
Play year round.
There's a handful of kids that would start in any program in the state of Oklahoma, especially at Fort Cobb Broxton. They got Eli Willett's kids going to OU. His brother's there already there this year. My legendary head coach from Cali County, Coach Dave Burrows, texted me yesterday. He'll be down in Edmond tomorrow. Watch Asher because his son is a coach over there at Asher now, so he's gonna be down there. So good baseball, man. Real good baseball is coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, 3A, 2A, A, and B softball will get started over at Fire Lake So be sure to get out and watch those girls. There's a lot of great softball played here in the state of Oklahoma. We always talk about Oklahoma State, University of Central Oklahoma, but there's some really great high school softball as well. So I've been able to get out there and watch a lot of that.
Sport continues to grow.
Yeah, it really, really does. I saw the first pictures of the OU field, Love's Field, starting to come together. And
4,200 people. That's pretty big time.
yeah, that it really is.
You know what would be cool, and I think this would work with the way OU's softball program is now. Kind of like how Nebraska had a volleyball game at Memorial Stadium.
Outside, yeah.
OU softball could easily have a game in Oklahoma Gaylord field, and 85,000 people would show up to go to that game. Guarantee you.
Really?
I think it'd be awesome. Softball is.
But if they can get
Softball is huge in Oklahoma.
if they can get volleyball in Nebraska, I would think you can.
You do softball.
Tough, boy.
volleyball-
50,000 would be tough.
If you get,
Volleyball's a religion in Nebraska.
people want to be part of a Guinness
obviously.
Book of World Records, so you put that on top of there. People are more likely to go. Sell your tickets, $10 a piece. Don't be stupid with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously people are not going to go if it's too expensive. But I think it'd be cool to at least even try it. I think it'd be kind of cool to see if that would even how many they could actually get in there.
That would be crazy.
That'd be cool.
Well, and it would work because softball's in the spring, so there's no football except for spring football. You would have to
Yeah.
I think
work around
if
spring
you really
football.
want to get it done, get a game scheduled with Nebraska and have Jordy pitching for Nebraska.
Well, they're going to play this year. They're playing this year.
Yeah, they are.
In the early tournament out in California, I believe it is. So,
Does Jordy win that game?
no, they don't. I think OU wins 1-0.
I was going to say 2-0.
I don't see how Nebraska scores enough runs to beat OU. I think it'd be a 1-2-0 game.
I think Jordy
wins.
could throw a one-hitter and lose.
Yeah.
They are on the shortstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, we appreciate everyone checking us out here tonight on the live show. We invite you to bring your comments and questions. Also, if you're here for the first time, please do hit that subscribe button and like. It really helps us out. And if you've been here many, many times, also hit that like button, that little thumbs up button. It really, really helps us. Right now we're at 2. I will click it and make it 3. So if we can get that to 15, that would be awesome tonight. Just hit that. We really, really appreciate you checking us out tonight. I want to get to the first comment here. Dallas, appreciate Dallas. I try to tell y'all about Coweta. More on that here in a little bit because we have some 5A discussions coming up for sure. We have the Guthrie broadcast each week, so we take a lot of pride in all of our stuff. But we probably a little bit more about 5A. Pure from the outlets, the press box to where to park at in 5A. But we're going to get it all covered here tonight, 6A all the way down to Class A. There was some games that we have to talk about. Our top 5 rankings for each class for the
Records set last week. Records
were set last week. Boy, I'm play Noble. You want a record to be set, you got to play Noble. Yeah. Duncan, you played Duncan.
Got a chance, Duncan.
You got a chance.
Let's go, Demons.
If Duncan doesn't score at least 40, there's a problem.
Oliver, you're out.
So we'll talk about that. We also have the top 10 games of the week. And Phil, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. This is what happened last week.
I was first place. Oh, I'm tied for first overall. And Chris is last.
Yep. That's the most important part.
That is.
All right.
That's out of the way. That's all we get?
Well, for now.
Okay.
I did take down my 10-0 record from last week. It's not on there. So
What have you
2
done
weeks
for me
ago.
lately? You're 500, Chris.
Yep.
All right. Grant says, "Easy, boys. Don't worry. Elgin's still in the top 5. You're
you're
fine.
good.
I think he's more worried about me saying they got to score at least 40.
Oh, he got nervous about putting 40.
Well,
I mean, how do you not score 40 against that defense?
Please.
I mean, the Fighting Eric Hughes has got problems down there.
All right. Okay. I got a football question. I'm glad Grant's here because he can answer this as a coach. The question that I'd like to get some feedback, including you, Phil, and
Or any
Ronnie.
other coaches that are watching, because we know you guys watch.
Yeah.
You guys
Quit
follow us
acting
on.
like you don't.
You follow us on Twitter now. I mean,
Act like you don't.
so
It's okay.
my new follower, Coach Hamilton. I know you're watching. Go ahead and comment right here. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. In high school football,
Yeah.
is there a distinct advantage in home field advantage? Is there a distinct home field advantage in high school football?
No.
So when Jinx goes to Norman North,
That's right.
or if Prague goes to Wagner,
Yeah.
is there a distinct home field advantage in high school football?
I say no. Not a distinct home field advantage.
Yeah, probably not. Not a whole lot. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not.
It's one thing I love about high school football. Usually the team that's the best
team wins.
usually wins.
Yeah, and usually wins. I mean, I guess if you go to, if you're a 6A1 and you go to Union and they have how many people that fit in there? 30,000 people or 20,000, 15,000 people in their stadium?
Well, Chapman is, a good crowd. Union Jinx a couple years ago was, or maybe Bixby Owasso was around 20,000
Okay, so, I mean,
at Tulsa's Chapman.
if it's
Stadium.
20,000 all share for one team, yeah, you can have an advantage there.
Yeah.
But typically no.
Yeah, like in Guthrie, there's 5,000 people,
Yeah.
and Guthrie, it's packed, which it has been all season. I would say if there's 4,200 Guthrie fans and 800 visiting, I don't think it makes a big difference.
I don't know. We're in the press box, so I don't know.
But you've been on the sideline.
Yeah.
I've been on the sideline, Chris. I mean, listen, it's fun. It's great being at home. But usually the best team in high school sports wins. I mean, it's just that's how it is.
T. Fred says he don't believe in home field advantage in high school sports.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think the best teams usually win.
What about basketball?
Same.
When you can get,
I think it's more of an advantage in basketball,
It's more advantage in baseball.
but I still think the best team typically wins.
and
in high school
here's a
sports.
great point by Dallas. What happens if a team has to travel 2 hours plus? Those long trips. Guthrie had goes
Duncan, 2
to
hours.
Duncan for 2
Long-
hours.
2 hours.
and-
We're talking about 16, 17-year-old kids. That doesn't affect them. I don't think. I just don't. Mm-hmm. It's like the argument about playing kids both ways. I mean, if you're a well-conditioned high school athlete, you're going to be okay.
I mean, they got phones and they got all kinds of stuff to do on those 2 hours.
Well, it's not like they're.
yeah.
I don't think that's a big
Okay,
deal.
so is there any advantage whatsoever
I think there is.
on anything?
No, I think I think having to travel breaks up your routine. I think all that. So I think there is an advantage, but I think the best team still usually wins.
Because your home team's going to have homecoming distractions,
Sure.
senior night distractions.
Yeah, there's both sides of it. I don't know. I think there's.
I don't think necessarily in football. I think baseball for sure. There's a home field advantage because fields are prepared differently. Not all baseball fields are the same, as Grant will attest to.
Let me ask you this: does it matter if Bixby plays most teams they play at home or away?
I think that's extreme. No.
Okay. No. Does it matter if Wagner plays most teams home or away?
No, that's what we all agree.
Right.
That's what we've all said.
So
that.
I just don't. I mean, Carl Albert and 5A, whether they're on the road or they're at home, they're favored in every game they play in.
Yeah. What about that's a good point, Grant. Turf or scratch?
I think that's more of a factor than home field.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Footing, yeah.
Because some grass is mowed higher and it's
Yeah.
a little harder to
There's
run.
been times
through.
over the years Guthrie's grass was 18 inches long.
Yeah.
We had a faster team.
It's 4.5 inches. I think start the year this
When
year.
a fast team is in, it's 18 inches high. When there's a slow team, it's 17. It's not much difference.
No,
It's tall.
No, it's not.
tall
It's
all the
just tall.
time.
It's tall all the time. But no, I think that's a bigger difference or a bigger advantage potentially than
Wet
home
turf,
field. Yeah,
dry
yeah.
turf,
Yeah,
muddy field.
and kids just not like the right cleats.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot of factors. I think.
I mean, I was at the OU game this past weekend, and again, you can hear a pin drop there for a lot of parts of the games because there was just nothing going on.
The running backs were going for 30 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's any stadium you go to for a lot of part of the game, unless it's a nail biter playoff game, whatever it is, people are just watching. It's kind of not even doing a whole lot of cheering.
They're talking to their buddies, talking to the people they're sitting next to,
taking a Snapchat.
I think as teams come to Guthrie, they're like, oh, they have grass field.
Yeah.
So I think
The coach from Ponca City goes, "This is the first time I played on grass field in 7 years," is what he said.
But I think too, there are stadiums like Guthrie that are so unique in the because of the proximity of the field to the walls, and the crowd kind of sets up on you. I think if there is a place that gives you some kind of advantage, I think it is that kind of stadium where the stadium's unique, right?
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't think it's as big of a factor as turf or grass.
Yeah, I think turf grass different.
Larry Busby, a Guthrie Blue Jay fan, he says, I've only been in Guthrie a short time, but Jelson Stadium is very quiet for the crowd size. We need to make more noise. You guys have been on the sideline for many, many games. What's some of the loudest stadiums you've been to? Of course, all of ours are going to be 5A for the most part.
I'll tell you, the loudest game I've ever personally been a part of was the McAllister playoff game with Guthrie a couple years ago at McAllister.
Yeah, I was on the side on that one. That was a good one.
That was loud.
McAllister?
That was loud.
Yeah. I had my ears in, so I don't really know how loud it was because I can hear. But yeah, you can tell there was definitely something in the atmosphere for sure.
Now, I will tell you, Larry, some of the Guthrie games go back 07, 08, 06. We had some pretty rowdy, I say rowdy in a good way. We had some very loud, involved parents of kids. Yeah. You couldn't do a kickoff ever without hearing John Smith yell, "Everybody hit somebody!"
Yeah.
I mean, there was more.
Yeah.
So I think that might be driven more by the personalities in the crowd.
Yeah, well,
than anything.
We went to McAllister Dell City last year, and I don't even remember the crowd.
No, it was it was non-existent.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
And the McAllister crowd was much louder than the Dell City crowd.
Yeah.
We're playing at Dell
Yes,
City.
that's right. Yeah.
I mean,
Because they were rallying in the middle.
Yeah.
And we went on that side the second half because there's a little bit environment over there.
Well, I'm gonna, and this is gonna come across me taking a shot at him. I'm not, because I think there's a lot of reasons for it. Number one, they're just used to winning. But Carl Albert is not
No.
The crowd doesn't have a real effect on them.
They don't bring a big crowd.
They don't bring a big crowd, and we called a lot of games over there over the years. They're not a real loud crowd during the game, and I think a lot of that is if you got 4,000 gold trophies in your D, you're kind of like ho hum.
Yeah.
When's the playoffs start?
Well, and they play. They're in the Mid-Dale School District,
Right.
which Guthrie, Altus, Miami, Woodward,
Community schools.
McAllister.
Yeah.
We talked about
Yeah.
McAllister.
Yeah.
They are community schools.
Collinsville was loud. Like when we went over to
Yeah.
play Collinsville was loud. You're right. Shawnee back in the day was always
Shawnee
a
was a
rowdy
great crowd.
place.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think those community schools tend to have a little rowdier fans.
Yeah, Grant, part of the state championships over there at Carl Albert.
Yeah.
His high school years at Guthrie, at Jelsma were wild.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and let's be clear. Carl Albert and Guthrie over the years, they kind of bring out the wild.
Correct.
I mean, that's a game that both communities, both programs, both broadcast teams, that's a game that everybody's always excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, there was a stretch there, about a 10-year stretch, where Guthrie actually led that series pretty handily, but for the last, several years, not just with Guthrie, but everybody, Carl Albert's dominated everything in 5A. I mean, the 5A title goes through Carl Albert every year.
And again, Carl Albert fans, they kind of say it. When they do lose a regular season game, the other team's fans are just going crazy because it's such an accomplishment.
Well, it's like a college team when the fans charge the field and tear down, and you're like, okay, I mean, I get it, you're excited, but it also makes you look kind of bad.
Well, Colorado asked their fans not to run onto the field if they beat USC, but that didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Dallas, good evening, Tim, to you as well. Appreciate you checking us out. Dallas says, I think when the East and West Side big schools play, there is, talking about
6A
crowd.
Yeah.
When Mustang came to Owasso, they brought pretty much their kids' parents.
Yeah.
And again, you would know better than us in that.
Yep.
I mean, we've called 6A state championship games. We've called some 6A playoff games. And the student body in a championship game, they're rowdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's fired up
We
playing
just
for a
see
goal
them
ball.
with their body painted gold.
The student section at Chad Richardson is pretty good. I do
it's
like
awesome.
it. Yeah, they do a good job.
And one of the absolute best ones is Jinx.
Yeah.
Jinx student body, but they get after it.
Yeah, they do.
They all do, but
Yeah.
I remember Jinx.
I remember Jinx as well. Well, in basketball, I remember Edmond Santa Fe. I remember Pump City North.
Small schools,
Or maybe Pump City. I can't remember who it was, but they're
small school student sections raised some cane too.
Yeah,
in the state
small-
tournament.
state basketball tournament right behind us.
in the
We-
big city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, very cool. Well, before we get to our first break here, we wanted to say congratulations.
Oh,
thank you.
Was that for me or?
So no.
Oh.
So our game this week went pretty quick, Guthrie Piedmont, and it took a little while to break down the equipment. And then we visited with some security folks and heard some things. And So we go out to the truck, and Noble and El Reno still playing football.
Still playing football.
The game ended at 10:45 p.m.
Was it 68-67?
68 to 67 final score there.
And a kid from El Reno ran for 500 some yards, right?
3 million.
3 million yards and 4,000 touchdowns.
Yes, we are talking about the running back. Is it Malachi Nicholson? Let me make sure I get this right. I think it's Malachi because I remember he was injured the game before, and yeah, it is Malachi Nicholson, injured game before, but 521 yards,
Jeez.
8 touchdowns, 37 carries.
37 carries.
Yeah.
Not 65 carries,
Yeah.
37 carries. And it's not a state record. It's up there for 11-man record, but there's been some 8-man that's
I
been.
thought 11-man it was the all time. I thought I read that.
No, I think they went back and watched some
Checked
game
out.
film
Okay.
and all that stuff. But it's near the top.
It's one of the best
It's
ever.
one, it's one of the best up there. Wayne's Ethan Mullins had 523 yards in a 2019 game. But Nicholson surpassed Peyton Scott at Sand Springs, who had 507 yards in a 27 game. So
27.
2017.
Oh, 2017. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it doesn't
It's-
really matter who it's against.
And I told somebody this. I go, yeah, they're playing. And listen, Noble's defense. They're not known for their defense at Noble.
Last few years,
Last several years,
tough.
yeah.
Right, it's been tough. But as I told somebody yesterday, I don't care if you're playing flag football and you're 6 years old.
Yeah.
You run for over 500 yards, score 8 touchdowns. You had a night. I don't care who you're playing.
Damn good night, yeah.
37 carries.
You got, first of all, just to carry the ball 37 times. You know the kid's tough, right? The kid's got to be tough to do that.
Why didn't you run more?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did stop giving the ball? Feed him.
He was on oxygen, Ronnie. No, I mean that's one of the greatest single game performances that a running back I've ever seen.
14.08 yards per carry.
Not too bad.
Wow.
14 yards per. That's a first down.
Yeah.
Every time he touches the
So
ball.
let me ask you this:
Oh well,
we would all agree Xavier Robinson's the best running back in 5A, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had 19 touchdowns entering last week's game.
Yeah. Ran for over 2,500 yards last year and 39 touchdowns. I mean, OU commit. If he's not the best, he's one of the best, right?
Yeah.
High school running backs.
Right. High school running back. So if Carl Albert let him play for four quarters, and he was playing against Noble,
Oh.
and he had 37 carries, right? How many yards would Xavier Robinson have?
1,300.
I don't know if I even want to think about that.
No, it would be gaudy.
I want to see it.
It would be over 500.
Oh, 1,300, I said.
No, 1,300.
Well, I mean, it could be a possibility with 5A1. You assume Carl Albert would probably. We need to turn your light on, Ronnie. A little dark over there.
Yeah.
You would assume Carl Albert's going to win 5A2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the odds-on favorite.
Safe bet to go
odds-on
there.
favorite.
Yeah, no. They are. Okay, let's calm down.
So if Elgin wins their district,
Yeah.
and let's say MacArthur Midwest City fight for that 2-3 spot,
Yeah.
Noble could finish 4th and go to Carl Albert. So it is.
But
possible.
they wouldn't.
El
let-
Reno would.
but he wouldn't
El
get.
Reno.
But he wouldn't get to play 4 quarters.
We just tell coach to make them. Let him.
It's the playoffs.
We'll just ask coach to let him.
Oh, just ask him.
Yeah, well,
they'll
he knows
discuss.
us. He likes
Yeah.
us. He likes us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim, you're absolutely right. As of right now, Noble would indeed be going to Carl Albert first round. I'm just saying, if there was a, oh dear goodness, how many points was Carl Albert score?
Oh no, but now Carl Albert is pretty good at this because Carl Albert doesn't play all their kids the whole game. I mean,
I think
So they would stop at 68
yeah, well, I think they would. I think it'd be running clock, obviously.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so because I think it could be whatever they want to 0 at the end of the first half.
I want to see this game.
I don't know that I do. That's sad.
1,300.
I bet he'd get over 6.
Oh, yeah.
He might get over 6 with 25 carries.
Well,
20 carries.
I think what another way of what Phil is trying to say is I think the backup running back would
Yeah.
get as many carries
Right.
as Xavier would
Oh,
get.
so
Yeah, because there's a
Xavier
way
would
to
have
manage-
500, and then the backup would have 500, and then Sperry would have 300. So there's your 1,300.
1,300.
Dallas says
Throw
Noble.
for
Dallas
600.
700.
700.
Dallas says Noble does know they're allowed to play defense, right? Coach Oliver, don't tell them quite yet.
Wait till after next
A
week.
little inside there. So, all right. But congratulations, Malachi
that's a great
Nelson.
performance.
That is on the road, too. That was, I believe, at Noble. So,
Great performance.
that is a tremendous performance. All right. There's a whole lot more to get to. East Side School goes down to a West Side School. They're going to try their luck again today. I guess it's time to make it huddle official.
Oh, boy.
What are we doing?
I have no idea. I'm nervous right now.
As the thunder rolls,
Oh, boy.
Jinx and I are split up.
Yeah, finally.
So
Good.
official.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey,
What Jinx do to you, Chris? What'd they do to you?
Disappointed me.
Disappointed you.
number 2 team in the state last week, Chris said.
All you've ever done is love them. That's all you've ever done. You've rode the Trojan.
You did.
As
Last
long
2
as you
years.
can.
Yep. It's okay.
Now look at you.
Now they're on our top
Back in
10
the
game.
he's back in the dating game,
Yeah.
Chris says.
Back on the limit.
Oh, I think he's going to pick him tonight.
They're coming to the West Side. You guys are high on Norman North, but Jinx
I
is
love
gonna be
Norman North.
a little extra motivated this week.
Well, they can't.
Extra motivated.
Extra motivated.
Oh, yeah. Coach ran them on Monday. They don't want to do that
Where
again.
was that last week?
Well, they were still riding that Union win.
Oh, okay.
All right.
No, going back there, aren't we?
Oh,
Oh, no.
help me out, Grant. Jinx will win this week.
Grant,
Winnie Wood lost again last week,
Winnie
by the
Wood
way,
lost
guys.
again,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Try to build it up. So, all right, we're going to take our opening timeout. We're going to talk about a little bit about Jinx and some other great games last week. We got our top 5 rankings coming up. A little shift there. Guarantee you Jinx is not in there. And we got a new top 5 for Class 5A football.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Collinsville goes down. And we have our top 10 games of the week. We are presented by Generations Church. More on them after this timeout. This is the High School Huddle. At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I love to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Segment 2 here on the High School Huddle, along with Ronnie Phillips, Clinical's Chris Evans with you. Getting set for week 6 of the high school football season. First half is behind us, as now we move toward the latter part of the regular season.
7th week of football already?
Yeah, 7th week of football,
insane.
6th week. It is really insane. Before we go any further, let's hear from one of our great sponsors here, the title sponsor of the High School Huddle. The High School Huddle is presented by Generations Church. Love God, love people, serve both well. Contact Generations Church by calling 405-282-6848 or visit them online at generationsguthrie.com. It is a rainy Wednesday evening. Hopefully it's raining wherever you're at as well. And we got thunderstorms. We got thunder. It's a really cool deal. Last week it was nice. Got to play in the Chamber Golf Tournament here recently. And
Where's the ball's right there?
There's our Phil Nichols. That's
You forgot to hit the ball, Phil.
That was a practice swing.
Yeah, great swing.
That was a practice swing. Everybody knows that's a practice swing. You guys.
When you put the ball in a tee on a practice swing?
Well, not a
No,
professional
the
golfer.
tee went 100 yards down the fairway.
It's still flying.
Yeah,
right there.
the tee is gone.
May have teed that one up just a little bit high.
Yeah, it was one of the highlights at the golf tournament last
Awesome.
week. Yeah. Chamber of Commerce tournament here recently. So,
He about to spit his coffee out when he's pulled that up.
well,
I don't know what bothers me more, the fact that the ball's there or the fact that I don't have a buddy anymore. Something happened. I got old.
one catastrophe to another.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Jinx Trojans go down 16-12. First time Westmore's beat Jinx, you had to go back to 2002.
They beat him in 02.
That was a great year.
Wow. That was a good year.
MJ Graham, the transfer, had a great game for the
Had to beat him.
Jaguars.
He did.
16-12.
That's
a weird
score,
score.
first of all.
That's a weird score. 16-12. So
Safety in that game, I believe there was, wasn't there? I think there was.
maybe I was throwing a pouty fit. And really didn't read much for it
Chris
about that.
refused to watch that one this week.
Yeah,
I watched every second of it while doing a broadcast.
So here, if I hear this right, Bixby 4-0. Okay, Union 4-1. Okay, Broken Arrow 1-3. Jinx 2-3.
2-3.
What in the East Side's going on in 6A1 football?
I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. Listen, it's not the east side of old. Right? Now, it's still the most dominant teams in 6A.
My friends at the Tulsa World are not taking this very well, I can imagine.
Well, no, but
Yeah, we got things.
We got some things to say about that.
Woo, my goodness.
I mean, they love that 6A1 football. They love talking about that a whole lot. So.
yeah.
I don't think they pay a whole lot of attention to other classes. Though.
Well, I know that. I mean, they can tell you everything there is up until about Bristow, but they, especially 6A1. So they're having to give a little props, I think, to the West Side teams. We'll find more out this week as well. Broken Arrow's going to Westmore.
They moved Jinx down.
Jinx is moving down to Norman North. Yeah.
Where'd they move Jinx to?
7, actually.
Oh,
Which
wow.
I had Jinx 7 last week. But
Chris has Jinx at 15.
Yeah. Oh, really? Well, we had them to 2 last week.
There's only 16 teams.
That's what I said.
They can move up.
Opportunity for growth.
Especially if they go on the road this
up with
week.
them. Don't try to get back with her, all right? You broke up with them. Just stay
Don't
broke
be
up.
sending text messages.
Don't be doing that.
They're at Norman North this week.
Oh, I know.
They can win that game.
They could.
Jinx can.
They could.
Sure.
Yeah, they
Jinx
sure
can win
could.
that game. Absolutely.
Long travel, like Dallas was saying earlier, they got a long way to go to get to Norman. I mean,
Does not do it.
Let's see here. Del City, here's kind of interesting thing here. Ronnie Fields, the transfer from Southeast, now the running back at Del City, went down with an injury, a shoulder injury, and he's not playing this week either as Del City goes to Sapulpa. Sapulpa got beat.
I know. That was one of my losses last week.
Yeah. But Fields not expected to play this week, had a shoulder injury, and still enough to go on the road and beat McAllister.
Yeah.
Last week. So I'm trying to find a score here real quick for you guys in that one. But Del City, number 2 team in Class 5A football behind Carl Alberts. Yeah, Del City won that game 35-21.
Yeah.
35-21.
But McAllister's not the McAllister of the last few years.
Been a state championship the last 2 years.
Yeah, last 2 years. Yeah. And, they're missing junior year number 5 and senior year number 1, Eric McCarty.
Yeah, so Fields got hurt on the 3rd play of the game.
Yeah,
so they had him without the entire game. So that's a great compliment to Del City.
Big time. Yeah, it is.
Now, LaDainian Fields, his cousin, who also transferred from Southeast to Del City, who's committed to TCU.
Yep.
We'll see how long that he might decommit. TCU. But he had 139 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns.
Pretty darn good.
While playing a good cornerback as well. So we'll see how that goes out there.
That means River had a pretty good night.
Yeah, I would certainly think that was the case. River Warren, the transfer from McGinnis.
There's a lot of that going on.
Del City, yeah. Boy, Del City and Carl Albert, you need programs out there with all the transfers in there.
Yeah.
So, just moved in there. It happens.
A lot these days.
We'll talk about Norman North here in a little bit. They go on the road and beat Broken Arrow, double up Broken Arrow, 28-14. I think actually Broken Arrow might be 1-4. I said 1-3. I think they might be 1-4. I can't remember. 1-3, 1-4. I can't remember.
1-4.
Okay, 1-4.
Yep.
But Norman North's Will Lundquist, 139 rushing, 2 touchdowns in the victory over Broken Arrow. Let's see here. Edmond Santa Fe. We'll talk about Edmond Santa Fe because Ronnie
loves Edmond Santa Fe.
Ronnie loves Edmond Santa Fe.
Loves Edmond. I'm thinking about transferring his kids there.
Now, Norman North beat Santa Fe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Who else beat Santa Fe this year?
That's it.
That it?
That's
Who did
it.
Santa Fe beat?
Jinx. Yeah.
Oh.
Dominated the Jinx.
I think you would.
Last play of the game.
Well, I don't know about dominated. It sounded good, Ronnie. Yeah.
Last play of the game. But
Dominated that last play of the game.
Dominated last play of the game. That's right.
Santa Fe took down Edmond North 52-17. Of course, they beat Edmond Memorial as well. So I guess Santa Fe is your Edlum champs this year.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stillwater, they played Thursday night. Let's see here. Tam Booth, team high 9 tackles as they beat Booker T. Washington 48-13.
Booker T's bad.
Man.
I don't know. It's bad.
Man, oh, man. Booker T moving down 5A next year. That should
4A
help.
would probably be better for them.
I don't like.
They'll be okay in 5A.
Unless something, they'll be okay in 5A, but they're still not going to be one of the top 5 programs. Not playing like this. Not going to be close.
Deer Creek. We'll be talking about Deer Creek in our top 10 games of the week. Grady Adamson, junior quarterback, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, rolled past Pump City. Coach Willis Alexander's team unable to score a touchdown in that one, 34-0.
Yeah, throws for 300 yards that game, and guess what you got to do? Got to catch a flight, head over to Texas Tech on Saturday. Next day, went over to Texas Tech on Saturday for a visit. Yeah, so he had a busy couple days.
That was a wasted visit. Texas Tech.
Oh boy.
Oh,
he can. I think he'd throw some numbers up at Texas Tech if he went there. I think he'd do really good at Texas Tech.
I can throw up some numbers at Texas.
Yeah, I think he would enjoy that. I think that'd be a good place for him.
No, it
would be a good place.
I think it'd be a great place for him. Yeah,
he's a very talented young man. Yeah, very talented.
I'm just not a big Texas Tech.
No, I'm not either.
But I think Texas Tech would be a good fit.
Well,
for
there's been a lot of Oklahoma kids that went and had great careers at Texas Tech.
Wes Walker,
Wes Walker, number 1 there.
The
Carl Albert kid.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
Yeah, Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Yeah. Now there's been some good ones over the years. Oh, and what about remember the kid from Noble going back, Cody
Whitlock?
The absolute meanest high school football player I've ever seen in my life.
Kobe Whitlock?
I think that's right.
Yeah, there's a few Whitlocks.
He is absolutely the meanest high school football player I've ever seen with my own 2 highs.
Yeah, no,
nobody's even in the same. You can't even smell the smoke from the tailgate party.
Yeah.
No, you weren't here when that came.
No, I wasn't. No.
Mean. Mean.
Can you talk about Ponca and Lawton real fast?
No, I had catch up on that.
Lock of the week. Lock of the week.
You were 5-5. Slow down.
Lock of the week. Lock of the week.
You were 5-5.
Lock of the week. Tell him, Grant.
You were 5-5.
Lock of the week. Yeah.
5-5.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Went 2-2 on my solos. I had 4 solos. I went 2-2.
I think I started off 5-0 and ended up 0-5.
Any way you cut it, that's 500 ball.
Yeah,
You went 2-2. You went 5-5.
That Mustang pick was just bad. That was just a bad pick.
I think we got all 3 of us got this one right. I think. Oh no, Ronnie didn't.
Which one?
Phil and I got this one right. Trey Stevenson, 26 carries, 176 yards with 2 touchdowns for the Fighting Doug Ogles. Perkins Tryon.
Yeah, I did that one. Yeah.
You went to private school.
Beats Metro Christian 21-7. Now, some people say that's an upset.
I
thought it was an upset.
No.
I don't think it's an upset. It's that Perkins home field.
Oh, if they home field advantage. What do you mean?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, nice try.
They didn't have to travel as far.
Because Perkins lost to Marlowe at home. Double overtime. Kept me from being 10-0.
Good job, Polka. Proud of you guys. Dominated that game.
Washington Warriors, they're still playing football. We'll see them in the championship.
Cantrell?
Yeah,
he had a good week.
Yeah, 291, 6 touchdowns. That's throwing.
He was in Norman a few weeks ago, I think, or a couple weeks ago.
On an official visit or just
he had a name tag and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know if he played there or not. Maybe just kind of for walk on. Maybe
a teammate. Maybe he's trying to get a teammate there.
Yeah.
I spoke earlier today, one of the voices of the Chandler Lions, Tony Wilson, Carson Clagg, 243 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, 55-30 victory over Meeker. QB1, Alex Jackson, 202 yards and 3 touchdowns. The game that we had last week, which I think we had as the number 2 game of the week, Guthrie shuts out Piedmont 35-0. It was 21-0. 6 minutes and 58 seconds into the contest. Piedmont gets 2 first downs on the entire night. Those came in the fourth quarter.
Half, yeah.
And Guthrie now with 5 times 4 is 20 quarters. They have given up a total of 3 points in 20 quarters of action this year.
Nobody's gotten in the end zone on them yet this year.
Yeah.
And I tell you, that score, it felt like a 65-0
Yeah,
game.
did.
I mean, it just was. It was a woodshed evening.
We talked about
Blue
it.
Jays just took them there.
We talked about it too in our preview show before the season, leading up to the game. Would Piedmont have wrinkles in their offense? When I mean wrinkle, throwing a pass.
New offensive coordinator.
Yeah, new offensive coordinator. Would they throw the ball and be effective at it? Absolutely not. Same stuff we've seen the last several years. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 14, fullback dive or handoff to the run back. It just, it's a bad matchup anyways. We always talked about Piedmont and Guthrie. It's just a
7
bad
in the box.
It's just a bad matchup for Piedmont against a good Guthrie defense. And again, it's just same stuff you've seen over and over again the last several years in Guthrie Piedmont game.
Listen, Coach Hall knows a lot more about coaching than I do. So I'm not trying to say that. There's no way that offense, it doesn't work in 5A.
Yeah.
It will not work in 6A2 football.
Yeah. I don't think so.
They are going to have to change that offensive scheme. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
In order for that to work, you got to have some freaks. 2 or 3 freaks in the backfield in order for that to work. I think Douglas kind of ran like a wishbone back in my high school days, but they had some guys back there.
Yeah.
They had some dogs back there that can they can run it.
Colorado has dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Dogs,
Colorado.
Dogs and leaders.
But
Dogs and
it
leaders.
was just really bad on Piedmont. Yeah, it was, and they got their players got a little rowdy towards the end of the game, just doing some
frustration,
stupid stuff. I mean, it just wasn't a good look overall.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a good night for Piedmont.
Yeah, no, really bad.
In any way, shape. Now, I will say this: their fans traveled great. They got out and supported their kids. That's great. Pretty clean game for the most part. I mean,
towards the end, it
got sporty, but always those games typically get sporty.
Guthrie's won 12 out of 14 meetings.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last time you're playing them. I mean, you kind of expected a little bit of sportiness, but
but when you're getting dominated like that, it's just kind of just tuck your tail and go.
Yeah, but
it's hard.
But kids don't do that. Yeah, because I'm sure the Guthrie kids were barking back and kind of making them mad as well. I mean,
well, sure, but I've been on the plane. I've been on games where you get your tail kicked.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, you still want to fight.
Yeah.
Even though they're kicking your butt, if you're a scrapper, if you're a fighter, you want to fight even more when you're taking a butt whip. And so, I'm not making excuses for it, and it wasn't stuff over the top. I don't want to give them all impression. These kids, for the most part, handle themselves well. You had a couple knucklehead things done, but these are kids and emotions high, and those things happen.
Yeah, Tim is a new Flexbone offense coordinator who runs the Flexbone knew. Yeah. And honestly didn't know the background of the new offensive coordinator. So, Tim, you probably did know that or do know that. So that makes sense. If it's a Flexbone offense coordinator, of course, there's not going to be anything changes. I just thought they would do that. There's people out there saying that they're going to get out of it next year, and I think that would be a great start.
That'd be a great decision. And again, you probably want to do that before you go into 6A. You might want to get those wrinkles out right
For
now.
a couple
in 5A.
years before you're there.
Yeah. I mean, don't wait until summer pride to try to work a whole new offense that your kids don't know anything about.
With that, I mean, there's new coaches that come in with a new system, so some have some luck with it. So it's
they gotta find a quarterback, throw a ball.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, maybe they do. We just don't see it
because it doesn't fit the offense.
It doesn't fit the offense. Yeah. So, anyway, any other scores from last week that I'm kind of not going over?
You talked about Blanchard, right? Newcastle.
Yeah.
Collinsville, Bishop Kelly.
Oh yeah, that was
yes.
Yeah.
28-39. Bishop Kelly wins that game.
Yeah. We've had Collinsville in the top 5 all season long.
Yep.
Collinsville finally played somebody decent, above average.
Yeah.
And Bishop Kelly has victories over McGinnis and Collinsville.
Yeah.
So, Bixby shut out Southmore.
Carl Albert won.
Carl Albert won? Okay.
Beat Shawnee. Yeah.
Was it close?
Phil,
70-0.
Can you confirm Carl Albert winning? I'm not sure if that's...
I was on the...
Oh, the Durant Lions won. Big over Glenpool. Big.
Huge. Lions over Warriors.
Oh, boy.
41-14. He's not looking up time. Yeah.
No, I just got a text from Brother Dave. Says, why aren't you guys trying to find and save the lost turtle in Guthrie? Evidently have a lost turtle.
Yeah, I saw that. People want me to run that story.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Okay, back to the show?
Yeah.
Okay,
please.
back to the show. Okay. Nothing big in 6A2. Ho-hum. There could be some shifting in 6A2 this
Blanchard,
week.
Newcastle.
Blanchard
came out with the wins, setting up the big game next week for Tuttle this week for Tuttle and Blanchard, which would be an awesome game to go to.
Game.
Yep.
Weatherford 4-2.
Yeah.
They got who they got this week, Phil?
Weatherford has
Clinton
at Weatherford.
Remember, I picked Weatherford to go 8-2 this year.
You did. So
by the way,
no wiggle room
with that as well. I also have Piedmont going 8-2 this year,
and they probably will.
I think
maybe 7.
They'll lose to Carl Albert. Worst case scenario, Piedmont's going 7-3, and we saw Piedmont go on the road last year and beat Midwest City.
Yep. Yeah.
So I mean,
no, they could get into the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. There's what I realized after Friday is there's a significant, in my opinion. You get past CA, Del City, Guthrie, and Elgin.
Yeah.
There's a significant drop.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, I don't know significant drop because I think Claremore, Bishop Kelly, and Sapulpa could compete with Guthrie.
McGinnis.
How
about this? The top 4 are noticeably playing much more noticeably better football than the next 4.
Yes.
I mean, so anything can happen. There's a lot of season left.
Yeah.
Injuries could happen. A lot of things could happen. But right now at this part and going into week 6, man, I think the top 4 teams in 5A stand out.
Yeah. And we can talk about those individually here in a few moments when we do our rankings.
Elgin is a really good football team.
Real quick, a couple comments before we get out of here. Dallas says, let me backtrack. Well, we don't do that on this show.
No, we're not. It's not allowed.
Yeah, we don't do that. But he says, Mustang tried to run quarterback power or read 95% of the time. That's right. I mean, I'm thinking Westmore.
Yeah.
Mustang. Okay. You know, honestly, I've not watched a lot of Mustang this year.
Yeah. A lot of kids, a lot of athletes. Yeah. Took a beating last week.
Tim played at Harding, or says the OC played at Harding and came from UConn. Well, remember Jeremy Reed, who's now back at Altus, was the head coach there, and that's the last thing that tried to run the Flexbone at 6A1 at UConn. Didn't work very well there. So
won a state title with it in 5A.
Stud running back,
stud quarterback,
and a good defense.
And that's the recipe for it to work.
That's the recipe.
I mean, you had 2 Division I kids at the running back and quarterback position. So you got to have that.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take our next time out here on the High School Huddle. Come back and we'll take a look at the top 5 of each class, 6A all the way down to Class A. A little bit of shifting, a few teams shifting. Some teams are completely out. Some teams are bumping up. We'll talk about that and kind of go into each class as well. We are presented by Generations Church here on the High School Huddle.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Welcome back, High School Huddle, Week 6. When's the last time you cried watching a movie, Phil?
Last night.
Last night?
I actually did.
8 seconds for me.
Titanic.
Stop.
What? Stop. It's a great movie.
Stop.
My wife just shut us off.
It's a great movie.
When is the last time you cried in a movie?
He literally, he's probably right. He's probably telling the truth about Titanic.
I don't watch a whole lot of movies.
Mine was last night.
What movie?
I don't want to say.
8 seconds for me.
Was it Old Yeller?
No.
He went down? No.
Notebook.
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 Does it to me every time. Does it every time.
You know, last
Good
time.
night, holding hands, laying in bed together.
Titanic, when the old couple is laying together and the mom and the baby. I mean,
No, I get it. No, it's if you're gonna go with those you love.
All right, let's bump this up a little bit.
So when I'm dying,
Let's save that for the next show.
No, okay, never mind.
Depends if I go 10-0 that week.
Oh boy, what's up?
All right, welcome back. Well, that segment kind of off to a rocky start.
It's our show. We do whatever we want. If you don't like it, start your own show.
All right. Let's go with the top 5 rankings in each class. We'll talk about each class as well. And we will start with Class A, and a team that's not in the top 5, but things are turning a little bit south for Ringling.
Yeah.
Dibble beats them 30-6 this past week. So Ringling, 2 losses on the year. Boone Apache and Dibble. They do have victories over Atoka, Marietta, and Rush Springs, but not very often do you see the Blue Devils with 2 losses this part of the season.
Criminal investigation will do that to you.
Yeah. So, all right, here are the Class A rankings. You couldn't keep it out, but that's okay.
It's true.
It is Fairview, number 1 team in Class A football. They had a pretty easy time in their last game.
Are you never going to get the Crescent logo up there?
Yeah,
he thinks about it as soon as we turn.
What are we going to do if they win state this year?
It's giving them the best luck.
What are you going to do?
If they're in the state championship game, you got to have it on there.
You got to have it on there.
Well, it's this. There's so much data. It goes. I can't figure that out.
Yeah.
I really, truly can't figure out the Crescent logo. It's all there.
Woodland's not looking much better, buddy.
Well, I know. Is that?
Congratulations to Woodland making the top 5 for the first time this season.
Okay, so Fairview wins it over Thomas Fay Custer, 56-20.
Great game.
Hominy stays at number 2. Crescent stays at number 3. Number 4, Concord, my pick for the state champions. Win.
I have Fairview.
Tonkawa was here at number 5 last week, and now they are out.
Broken up.
Tonkawa loses to Pawnee 34-13.
Yeah, it was a whipping.
So the top 4 have been pretty steady. Concord with a loss, but still a good team.
To a good 2A school.
Correct. But Woodland, we had them at number 6. They now bump up to number 5 this week in the Class A rankings. And you take a look at this week's games in Class A. Ringling at Hilton. OU takes on Tonkawa. I thought they were playing Texas.
Well, it's warm up.
Okay.
Predictions in our last segment.
Yeah. Oklahoma Union Tonkawa. Cashin at Watonga. I'm trying to hit the high ones here. Minko at Christian. Let's see here, Christian Heritage Academy. So anyway, those are the Class A rankings. I think we all agree.
Yeah, I think we're solid on A.
Yep, that was my top 5 too. Yep.
Well,
Ronnie likes it.
Must be right there.
Yep.
Hold on, there's a couple coming.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Class 2A. Yeah,
here's one of them.
We'll warm up with Class 2A. 2A rankings, number 1 team, Washington Warriors. Although Washington's not unanimous in all the polls.
Let me guess.
Tulsa
has Millwood.
One of them has Millwood. I don't know who. Someone has. I think it's the Oklahoma City newspaper that has Millwood number 1. Washington.
Are you serious?
I think so. Yeah. They've had him that for a while. Jones number 3. Jones with 2 losses this year. Still the number 3 team. Right. They lost to Washington and Lincoln Christian.
That's right. 2 pretty good losses.
So they're still there. Ida Bell at number 4. Who do we have at number 5? Because they're gone.
Who did we have at number 5?
2A.
Who was it?
Beggs.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
We broke up.
Yeah.
That's High School Huddle official.
Yeah.
We're done.
So it came down to Victory Christian and Prague.
Oklahoma City paper has Washington number 1.
Yeah, I think it's Tulsa.
Okay. Well, maybe somebody has them though. I can't remember who it is.
The Prague Red Devils.
Yeah, Prague Red Devils at number 5. Yep. Let me go to Class 2A at this publication. The Tulsa newspaper has Millwood number 1 to Washington.
Yeah, we told you don't watch a whole lot of football outside of 6A.
That was a rematch that was last year's state championship, right?
Yeah, it was.
Washington brings everybody back.
Yeah.
Millwood loses some, but still a very good ball club.
Still a very good ball club.
And it could be a great ball game.
I think it'll be the state title game again this year.
But I don't know why you would.
I don't know why you would either.
I want to know how Southeast is going to score 17 points against Carl Albert this week.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second.
I understand. Okay. So we got 2A in the books. 2A.
Well, this is when Ronnie gets sporty. 3A.
So there's 2A. So
Ida Bell should be 3 in my opinion. Ida Bell's 3 in my top.
But you're okay with Prague at 5?
Nope.
Yeah, I think.
Who'd you have at 5?
Let's see.
I think he had Victory Christian, right?
I had Victory Christian. Yep.
Loves those private schools. Ronnie does.
All right. Class 3A.
Oh, here it comes.
Heritage Hall number 1, Lincoln Christian number 2. That's not unanimous.
No.
Nope.
Marlowe bumps up to 3. Perkins bumps up to 4, while Metro Christian goes from 3 to 5 after Perkins wins 21-7. Home field advantage for the Demons.
No such thing.
Over the Crusaders. Phil and Chris have Heritage Hall number 1, and Ronnie has Lincoln Christian number 1.
Yep.
And that's not.
And I think there's nothing wrong with that top 5.
And there's nothing wrong. You can make a strong argument, Lincoln Christian. Yeah. You can. But Heritage is the defending state champion.
Yep. They didn't play Lincoln Christian, though.
They didn't.
No.
Lincoln Christian
has the best win, I think, between the two teams.
And they have I would give them the edge at the broadcaster, Doug Nelson.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get on his good side.
Yeah. You need some?
Well, I mean, never know.
Okay. Plan on ahead. You're a thinker.
I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
Big box.
Right, so here we go. There it is. Heritage Hall, Lincoln Christian,
Great
Marlowe.
weight program at Heritage Hall.
Great weight
Perkins,
program.
Metro Christian. All right. Class 4A, top 5. Wagner number 1, Poto number 2, Blanchard number 3, or Total number 3, Blanchard number 4. The Cougars of Ada in the top 5 for the first time for the high school huddle.
About time.
Out of the top 5 is Newcastle after losing to Blanchard.
I got 8 of 4, Blanchard 5, but this is still not bad.
8 of 4.
Yeah, it could be changing again this week
Could
when
be.
Total and Blanchard play.
Blanchard could be moving up to 3.
Ada could be moving up.
Ada could be moving up. Yep.
To 4 or 3.
Hey, Class 4A state championship rematch, Cushing Wagner. Wagner could be out from the number 1 spot.
Yeah. Calm down, Chris.
Slow down. Calm down. A little excited.
I thought we were playing the game.
No. Well, the game stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. I mean, you had us there.
Well, I mean, Cushing has Wagner game film now and can make the adjustments.
Moving on.
They graduated a lot of kids from Cushing last year.
That's right. Yeah.
Wagner big.
Wagner might come over confident.
Huge.
Overconfident. Coach Condit.
No.
I think Coach Condit said,
not with the Hall of Famer leading them. They're
Coach
not.
Condit says, well, we've already won this game. We don't need to practice
I don't think he's ever said that.
Take Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off.
Yeah, I promise you he's never said that.
And they would still win. And they would still win.
Wagner 5-0, Poto 5-0, and Ada
I'm praying for
5-0.
a Wagner Poto state championship game. That would be a great
Wagner
game.
Poto. Ooh, that's a good mascot.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great helmets, too.
I know who I'm picking in that game.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see Tuttle's helmets this week? Last week, I mean?
No.
They were sharp.
Were they?
They wore different ones than when they played Guthrie?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
They got 2 helmets?
They got that Chad Richardson money over there.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
They can do whatever they want over there.
What, 18 million or something like that?
2 helmets. They got 8 helmets.
How many games they play?
Huh?
If they play 14 games, they'll have 14 helmets.
14 helmets, yeah.
Yeah, I think they debuted them for the first time. I saw a picture.
What?
Kind of like a bright red. I think I saw an Oklahoma logo, state of Oklahoma
Yeah.
logo. I think that's what it was.
I love how they run it with all the American flag. I love how the kids
They're
are
gonna break out something fantastic against Blanchard then this week.
Oh,
then,
no,
right?
it'll be special against
Oh,
Blanchard.
where's that game at?
It's at Blanchard.
Oh, that'll stink.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, they'll probably hold back.
Yeah, they'll hold back on that.
That's why they
that's
threw them
probably
out
why.
last
Yep.
week. Yeah. All right. Class 5A rankings.
Wow, easy.
All right. It's not easy. We all have 3 different. We have different. His is different from ours.
Well, we have 2 different.
2 different ones. So the question is Carl Albert still number 1?
Correct.
Yes.
They didn't allow any points, right?
I don't know.
70-0.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right.
Over Shawnee.
All right. Class 5A rankings. We have a little bit of a disagreement. We will discuss.
And a discussion as well.
And a discussion. All right, here we go. Carl Albert 1, Del City 2, Guthrie 3, Elgin moves up to number 4, and Bishop Kelly enters the top 5 rankings. Collinsville was in there for a good part of the season. They are now out of the top 5. Insert Bishop Kelly for the first time this season.
Ronnie, you're up.
Carl Albert 1, Del City 2, Guthrie 3, Elgin 4, Bishop Kelly 5.
Ronnie?
I have Claremore 5-0. Winning matters again, but the 2 losses that Bishop Kelly has, I don't say they're good losses, but they're respectable, I guess. Again, I still think if they find a way to win one of those games, I don't mind moving a 1-loss team up there. But Claremore's still 5-0. I would give them the nudge, but I'm not. It's not.
Who's Claremore's best win?
Grove.
Okay.
Kelly started the season off 0-2, losses to Poto in Rogers, Arkansas.
Okay.
Now they beat McGinnis, Tulsa Rogers, Will Rogers, and the victory over Collinsville, 39-28, beat McGinnis by 17 points.
Yeah.
So that was the deciding factor for me of putting Kelly at 5 and not Claremore. So Pulpa's out of the conversation.
I just don't think McGinnis is. I don't think McGinnis is that good, honestly.
We'll find out. We'll see McGinnis with their
we'll see him
this week.
We'll see him this Friday. But yeah, I don't think McGinnis is the McGinnis of the old. So
is Poto good?
Yeah, Poto's good.
Okay.
Poto's good. But the discussion, I think a better discussion between who's number 5 is, could Guthrie overtake the number 2 spot in Dale City with the way their defense is playing? I mean, they always say defense wins championships. So I think Guthrie would have a legit chance of upsetting a Dale City team.
A good part of me keeping Dale City at number 2.
I have Dale City at number 2, by the way.
Yeah,
we all do.
Yeah, it was. I
was close to moving Guthrie.
I consider it with Fields going down on third play.
Yeah, I was close
at McAllister and still able to put 35 points on the board.
Yeah.
River Warren is a difference maker at quarterback, so I think they're really good at running back. I think they're great at quarterback, and then you have LaDainian Fields with 140 receiving yards.
Yeah.
So I just think
Guthrie's beaten River Warren as well, but River Warren has also beat Guthrie. So I mean,
River Warren didn't have a Division I whiteout.
That's correct.
Yeah, Dallas says take Bishop Kelly out and add Claremore. That's
I agree with you, Dallas.
That's the
discussion.
What's Claremore's best win again?
All right, Phil.
No, I can't remember.
I've already told you.
I can't remember.
Well, you go rewind the tape. At least 30 seconds.
What was it, Chris?
Claremore's best victory was against Grove.
Who lost to Wagner.
But the good thing about this, guys, is week 8, Bishop Kelly will be hosting Claremore.
There you go. We get to find it out on the field.
Lock of the week.
So, oh boy.
It's Claremore.
Calling a shot.
Claremore beat Bartlesville by a point.
6-2.
Oologah, Hilldale, Tulsa Hill, Grove.
Hilldale's a great program.
Powerhouse schedule you got there, Ronnie.
5-0. 5-0.
Grant says the better discussion is who is number 3.
That is a good discussion. Is it Dell City or Guthrie?
Yeah.
You're right,
Great
Grant.
decision. It's not Elgin.
Jeff Cape says definitely Claremore.
I agree.
Well, no, that's good.
I got our East Siders going to. Okay, Grant, stop. All right. Just like last year when Guthrie dominated Piedmont, that's the whole reason why we all picked Guthrie, because it's the defense. It's the same thing.
Yeah, Grant, stay tuned. We'll be homers in the next segment.
Yes, and again, Elgin got just dominated by Guthrie last year, and again
17-0
at Elgin. At Elgin,
by the cemetery.
They had nine series, and that was it. And they punted all 9. So I mean, there's nothing that's going to tell me right now.
That was last year.
No, I agree.
And Guthrie's better.
And Guthrie's better this year.
Oh,
yeah, on defense.
But so's Elgin.
Yeah, Elgin's better too.
Elgin's better. A lot of those sophomores are juniors.
But as of right now, I don't think they improved that much in the offseason to overtake Guthrie in a game right now.
And Seabolt has Guthrie ahead of Elgin as well. So
he's
final.
Well,
it's final.
That's my pasture.
It's final. So it's final. So we appreciate the. So those are the 5A. Great back and forth. If Kelly and Claremore played tomorrow, who are you picking?
Oh, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
That game in a few weeks, so we'll see.
It's called heads in your bed.
So I'm sure Jeff and Dallas all have this circled. They come back
fun.
and throw it back at us.
Yeah.
So we shall see. And I think Bishop Kelly, they got Edison Prep and Pryor before that. So Bishop Kelly's going to be in our top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Unless something really crazy happens. Claremore, for the next 2 games, they have, let's see what this 5A4 schedule is here. Pryor, Edison Prep.
Okay.
So they're both going to be.
They're not losing anymore.
They're not losing the rest of the way.
Yeah.
By the way, Claremore, Collinsville to end the regular season in week number 10. That's another big game to watch out
wins
for.
that game.
You guess who?
At Claremore.
Collinsville. That's
Smoke and mirrors,
I think
boys.
that's at Claremore.
Smoke and mirrors.
All right. Let's take a look at 6A2. Ho-hum, 6A2, nowhere near as fun this year, but we will take it. By the way, they will have the number 1 game we'll talk about here in a little bit. But here are the top 5. Muskogee, number 1. Choctaw, number 2. Deer Creek, number 3. Stillwater, number 4. And Sand Springs, number 5. All these teams can win the rest of the games, or all these teams can lose the rest of the game. This is your top 5.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way for the rest of the year. Number 6 down to 16.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
These are the top 5 teams, no matter what, moving forward.
Yeah, no doubt. And there's just a lot to say about 6A too. I mean, Deer Creek, I think if you look at that, Muskogee and Deer Creek have the 2 best quarterbacks amongst those top 5 teams.
Choctaw's quarterback's coming on, Cash.
He's very good, but I think he's just a smidge below Muskogee and Deer Creek's kids.
Ficklin and
Addison. And
Adamson.
Stillwater, Stillwater's, they're what are they? Are they 2-loss Stillwater right now? Is that right?
Stillwater.
I think they're a 2-loss.
The Nears.
4-2.
Yep. 4-2.
Yep.
They lost to Arkansas School and they lost to
UConn.
UConn. Okay.
Yeah, that was not a good.
That's not a good loss.
That is not a good loss.
No, not at all.
37-34, I think that score was there. So, all right, those are 6A2 rankings. All right, final rankings. Our next segment, by the way, top 10 games of the week. We'll be picking those, as hopefully you will interact with us as well. Make sure we see any 6A2 comments. We did not. All right, here we go. 6A1. Jinx, no. Bixby number 1, Union number 2, Owasso number 3, Norman North number 4, and Mustang number 5.
How you feel about that, Ronnie?
Top 4 are good.
Top 4 are good.
Yep.
Who do you have at 5?
I got Edmond Santa Fe at 5.
Edmond, you love Edmond Santa Fe.
Yeah, I can't
Kids
go
are
there.
moving
Yeah.
Yep.
Edmond Santa Fe. We got I had Mustang at number 5.
Well,
so I think we all agree 1 through 4.
Yep, 1 through 4 is good. Yep.
And Mustang got just destroyed last week.
Yeah, bad pick on my part.
So I think you can have Mustang conversation, Westmore conversation, Edmond Santa Fe
I
conversation.
almost put Westmore in 5 spot. Yeah. I mean, Santa Fe's, what's their big win for the year? It's Jinx.
Jinx, yep.
Oh, they beat Memorial and North?
Yeah.
And Jinx?
Yeah. But, I mean, so they beat a 2-3 Jinx team week 1.
Well, according to Chris, it's the best team in the country.
3-3 if they go down and beat Norman North.
Yeah, which could happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll know here in a second how to pick that. I got to go first on every tough game tonight.
All right, T-Box boy.
If you're going to keep calling me that, I at least want a shirt or a hat that says that so I can wear it around.
Need a sponsor for that. Let us know.
All right. Dallas says Santa Fe. Are you and Dallas like best friends, BFFs, or what's going on over here? This sounds like me and Jinx.
Going steady right now.
I mean, I thank you, Dallas. I mean,
Mustang's record is very deceiving, Dallas says.
Well, there's a lot of teams in
exactly. Jinx 2 and 3.
I mean, come on. I mean, you can't look at these records.
Don't attack Dallas.
I'm not. I'm saying in general, you can't. I mean, Owasso. Does anybody argue that Owasso is the 3rd best team in 6A right now?
Well, no.
And how many losses does Owasso have?
1.
Doesn't matter.
No, 2.
2. Well, does losing to Bixby count?
Well,
it has to.
If records can be deceiving, then records are deceiving also with losses. If you lose to Bixby
and Union,
Owasso's 5-2.
I mean, so
6A1. I mean, I'm 1 through 4. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
That is a solid 1 through 4 in that order.
I think so.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, Union Owasso, you can have a back and forth, but I think 1 through 4 is pretty solid.
I don't think you can have a back and forth with Union. Also, Union crushed them.
Well, I know, but I'm just
later in the year though. We'll see what happens.
55-22, Union won that game. So that's why I'm just trying to think if you wanted to argue.
Well, there's only one surefire right answer, and that's Bixby at the number 1 spot.
Yeah, but that's boring.
I know, but I'm just saying, this has been the year of Sybil. I mean,
who'd you pick to win 6A?
I got that right here.
Bixby.
I knew you picked him.
I can't remember if it was Jinx or Trojans.
Oh boy,
Union.
That's what I picked. Yeah.
We were wrong.
Oh, no, we get a redo, though, remember?
Yeah, we get one redo.
Oh, yeah, that's your guys' rule from last year. I remember now.
Yeah, I had Union winning 6A1, Deer Creek winning 6A2.
Yeah, so did I.
I'm still waiting on the defense. They're going to come around. We still got 5 weeks.
Okay.
Still got 5 weeks.
All right.
I picked Elgin to win 5A.
No, you didn't.
Carl Albert, my bad.
No, that was Grant's. That was Grant's.
I thought I was looking at Grant's.
Both had red in their uniform.
Yeah,
that was all.
Winniewood winning Class 4A.
That's right. Winniewood running away with 4A. Yeah.
I got Wagner 4A, Heritage Hall 3A, Washington 2A, Colcord in A.
Colcord. I had Fairview.
Yeah. Final comment before we get to our final segment. Dallas says, I'm not happy with Mustang with the stunt they pulled pregame. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, Dallas do say.
Tell us about
it. Tell us.
Yeah, tell us in the comments, and We probably won't share on the screen, but
Tell us anyway.
We would like to maybe know that. Maybe so.
That's good.
Maybe he can't share though.
You never know.
All right. We are presented by our good friends at Generations Church, all of our great sponsors as well. We'll come back, talk about them, come back with our top 10 games of the week. Listen to Phil probably one more time. What, you going to go 10-0 this week, Phil?
Yeah.
You haven't yet.
Thank you, Perkins.
All right, final timeout. This is a High School Huddle presented by Generations Church.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle, Wednesday, October 4th. Appreciate you checking out the live show. If not, the replay. You can leave your comments in either place, the live chat or in the comments. Also, don't forget, if you're visiting for the first time, to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that button so you can be notified. And right now we have 11 thumbs up, and the goal was to get to 15. So if you're just tuning in for the top 10 games of the week, hit that thumbs up as we try to get to 15. So hopefully that works out here in just a few moments. This is our final segment. And let's hear one more time for our great sponsor, our title sponsor here on the High School Huddle. The High School Huddle is presented by Generations Church. Love God, love people, serve both well. Contact Generations Church by calling 405-282-6848 or visit them online at generationsguthrie.com.
Already marked my winners.
Here we go. Phil has his winners marked down.
Oh, yeah. 10-0.
Still waiting for that to come through.
It'll happen.
Eventually.
No, it'll happen.
You did it one time last year, didn't you?
A couple times in my life.
Well, but last year.
57 years old. A couple times in my life. Hmm? 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in my life. 57 years old. A couple times in Yes, once last year.
Once last year.
Had several 9-1 weeks.
The only other 10-0 I remember besides mine was the triple landing.
Oh boy.
You know that movie,
Ronnie?
No, I don't watch movies.
Ronnie's serious.
What's the name of that movie? Rodney Dangerfield.
Something college.
Only
something,
Rodney Dangerfield film movie I've ever seen was Ladybugs. I love that movie.
Oh boy.
He goes, I don't know anything about soccer. All I know is I got a lot of balls. Not old school.
No, it was something. Back to school.
Back to school.
I think that's right.
You don't remember the triple landing?
No. He had the mafia guy that drove him everywhere. Guido looking dude. Yeah.
Nope.
It's a great movie.
It is
All right.
Back to school. That's what T. Fred said.
Back to school. T. Fred, that a boy.
In the house. He's been quiet.
I said
quiet.
back to school too.
Well, it's game week for T. Fred. T. Fred. We'll talk about Guthrie McGinnis. So I was getting ready to dive into it, but it is one of our top games. So
here we go.
T. Fred's in game mode. So, all right. In case you missed it, the last 25 times this show, here's what happened last year. So 2 weeks ago,
last week.
Last year I won.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I was a perfect 10-0, and boy, that got cut in half. 5-5. Chris is one game behind Phil and Ronnie. Ronnie also.
I try to separate. I want to separate. I got a little cocky. I want to separate.
Our picks
I'm still tied.
Yeah, our picks were everywhere last week.
I just want to point out 7-3 is the worst I've done all year.
In one.
And,
I'll take it.
And Guthrie had a 28-0 lead at halftime over Piedmont. Scored one touchdown fairly early in the fourth quarter, and all Phil was doing on the broadcast was this.
Let's do the update. Let's do an update.
First, you guys messed with me. You had me convinced I'd picked somebody that I knew I hadn't picked. But I was absolutely convinced I had. After I'm like, there's no way.
You picked Broken Arrow over Norman North.
There's no way.
I did? Yeah, you did.
I said, there's no way.
And then 2 seconds later, I know I didn't do that. I said, you're still thinking about that?
Here we go. We're going to have our top 10 games of the week. We will have our predictions, but we want your predictions as well. We will share them on the air. So if you go 10-0, you got to remind us.
Yep.
Only one person that I know of.
Grant goes 10-0 every week.
Just ask him.
Yeah, just ask him.
Just ask him. Yep. Okay. All right. Noble Duncan. The 11th game. Didn't quite
just
make,
outside. Looking in.
Didn't make the top 10.
Looking in.
Should be a lot of points scored that game.
With Kawita McAllister, a 5A3 showdown compared to the 5A1.
Let down.
Did not
5A showdown versus 5A letdown.
I don't know. Grant went 9-1 last week. He said,
"Of course, you
did. Boy, Grant. Of course you did. Which games you lose, Grant?
We'll go back and look at that one. Yeah, you probably lost the Guthrie game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He came clean privately to us on that last week.
And he
privately doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
That's right.
That's right. He about predicted the right score on that one privately.
Yeah, he did almost.
Okay, here we go. The number 10 game of the week is Kawita Tigers. 3-2 on the road at McAllister. 3-2. Boy, this was a matchup last year.
Yeah,
boy,
a little different this year, but still a great matchup.
Kawita won that game last year.
Yeah, Kawita won a lot of games last year with Laverty there. So, all right, Phil Nichols, you get to go first. Dallas, our East Side guy, says Kawita by 14.
Ooh, Dallas is a smart man. Kawita wins this.
Oh, hold on. I got to get there first real quick.
I'm going to get some insight.
Well, Dallas gave it. Kawita's 2 losses on the year has been to Carl Albert and Wagner, the first 2 games of the year. Came back with wins over Pryor, wins over Glenpool. Nothing exciting about that. But then they came back and beat a really good Sapulpa team last week.
Yeah, they did.
So they've got a good win. McAllister struggled against Broken Bow.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had, and they are missing last year's number 1, junior year number 5, Eric McCarty. They're missing the kid.
Number 18 for the Sooners. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's a stud. So
what was the score against Glenpool?
Glenpool was 54-7.
They a little bit better. Did a little bit better against Glenpool than Durant Lions did last week.
So I'm Kawita.
Phil Nichols is Kawita. Ronnie, you want to go next?
No, you're up.
I'm trying to find information, so I was hoping you would want to go next.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
all right. Well, Phil kind of broke it all down, and so he convinced me.
He knows.
Kawita.
Kawita's okay.
Yeah,
all 3 is Kawita.
We had McAllister like number 2.
He had Coweta
It's all for the
like
show, Phil.
over Kansas State and OU. And
Of course, I had Ponca City beating Guthrie the first game, so I can't say a lot.
no, you sure can. You have the worst pick of the year.
Of the year.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the worst pick of the year. Okay, so there we go. Tiger.
Look, Cali Tigers there. Looks nice.
Yeah, I yeah. Okay. Game number. Oh, make sure we didn't miss anybody on comments here. Grant has Coweta by 7. Dallas has Coweta by 4. So we're unanimous on Coweta.
Yeah, we're unanimous.
Congratulations, McAllister. All right. Game number 9. It's at McAllister, home field advantage. It's very loud there. Number 9, Broken Arrow, 1-4. The big almighty east side coming down to the piddly west side, taking on the Westmore
Biggest
Jaguars.
school in the state coming to the west side.
3-2 is
19,000
Westmore.
students.
All right. T-Fred says Westmore by 3.
Ooh, close game.
Close
By
game.
3.
Yes.
Okay.
T-Fred, I think it's more than 3.
I do too.
Yeah.
So I'm going Westmore by at least 10.
I got Westmore too, yep.
Yeah, I've got Westmore.
Times are tough over there in Broken Arrow.
Does anybody have Broken Arrow schedule real quick? Can we pull that up here real quick as we wait for the graphics to pull up here?
Yeah,
real
I've got
quick?
it right here.
Okay, so Broken Arrow's 1-4. We are predicting them to go 1-5. What's the rest of their schedule?
All right, let me
Westmore, Bixby, Enid, Jinx, Moore.
Okay, outside of Bixby, I think that's their win. Bixby. Others are losses.
Westmore's a loss. Bixby's a loss.
They're going to be Bixby.
I think they have a chance. Yeah, they're largest school.
Enid's a win.
Ooh, Enid's making some strides.
They'll Enid, and they might beat Moore.
Jinx beats Broken Arrow.
So best
I think
case,
Moore beats Broken Arrow too.
best case scenario for Broken Arrow.
You think Moore beats Broken Arrow?
Yeah, Enid.
So you're thinking one more
win?
Okay, yeah.
1-9?
Could be.
Ooh.
I mean, they're bad.
Any
Boys.
changes over there?
Grant says BA by 10.
Well, Grant's,
He might be
getting no jug a little bit early tonight.
10-0. Might be going out the door, Grant.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe that's how he goes 10-0.
Going to have to do an intervention on that kid.
Okay. Game number 8. Moving along quickly here. Cushing, this is a 4A state championship rematch. Cushing 4-1 a year ago, or 4-1 this year, taking on the number 1 team, Wagner Bulldogs.
It's all Ronnie here.
This is a tough one. Wagner, huge.
It's a tough one, Wagner. Now, listen, Cushing's a good football team. I mean, they are. They lost to Perkins Tryon 21-7. That's their sole loss in the year. They beat Catoosa 48-14. They beat Miami 48-28. They beat Bristow 34-21 and Berry Hill 42-21.
Appreciate the history lesson.
But it doesn't matter. Wagner has one of the absolute best coaches in the state of Oklahoma, regardless of class size. They're loaded. They're going to win the 4A state title again. I feel very confident of that. And they win huge this week over Cushing. Not even close.
All right, so all three of us have Wagner. Dallas has Wagner by 35.
Yeah, it's going to be a smoke.
He's really impressed with the wide receiver. Says he's unstoppable. Grant has Wagner by 21. And T-Fred has Wagner as well. We are waiting for Phil's scoreboard graphic to official. Oh, I got to click off of it. And there it is. Wagner for Phil as well. All right. I think they get more interesting here now. I think we got the 3 out of the way. I think we can start having deeper conversations here.
This one works.
All right. Number 7, the Sandites of Sand Springs, Charles Page High School. I don't like Charles Page. I like Sand Springs.
I do too.
Okay. They are 3-2. They're on the road. I believe this is a Thursday night game as well, so I might be able to.
It is
watch
Thursday night
this
game.
one. Yeah,
We should
there's a few Thursday.
We'll probably just go to it then. Right down the road to
Hey,
Stillwater.
BOSA passes came in.
Oh, we're good.
Well, that's playoff something.
Well, I got a coach's pass. I can get him free.
Most recognize it.
Yeah.
Carl
Are we
Albert.
going to that tomorrow?
Carl Albert does not.
Somebody's going to say no.
Thursday schedule.
Oh, we go to that restaurant that we went to.
Oh, that was a terrible night. Oh, that was with Casey Porter.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that was a terrible night.
The one with
When
Eric.
you- when
Oh,
you're-
the Italian place.
Yeah.
When your truck ate our passes.
Yeah, and I found them like 2 years later.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
But that wasn't the worst part of that night.
No. Okay. That was Stillwater and
Mustang.
Yeah. All right.
Stillwater Mustang.
Sand Springs is visiting Stillwater. Both teams 3-2. The high school huddle rankings. This is a number 4 versus a number 5
It's a pick'em game.
It is a pick'em game, and that's why Phil gets to go first.
This is the one I'm worried about knocking me off my 10-0 run.
Oh, there's plenty more of those. Man, we're running late again.
I'm going to go. They're at Still. You know what? Stillwater doesn't lose at home hardly ever over the last several years. I'm going to go Stillwater in a close one.
Stillwater in a close one.
Yeah.
I had concerns about Stillwater early in the year, especially when they were losing, but I had concerns before the 2 losses.
You did.
And I always thought Sand Springs was the solid number 5 team of the 4. Stillwater, home field advantage. I got the Pioneers.
Yeah.
I'll get my game up right here, can I? Stillwater's going. Yeah.
Huge?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay. I'm still, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about these two teams.
Yeah, I'm 4-0 right now.
Grant has Stillwater by 7.
Yeah.
T-Fred, Stillwater.
Yeah.
And, of course, Dallas Tulsa guys going to call it Charles Page High School by 10.
By 10. Okay.
Could happen. I can see that.
So where does Sand Springs come in if it's Charles Page High School? Where does Sand Springs? That's totally different.
It's Sand Springs.
Yeah. I remember Kent telling me that it was Charles Page High School. I said, no, it's not. They played Stillwater. I mean, they played Sand Springs. Like, yeah, Charles Page. I said, no, it's Sand Springs. I had no clue until like 2 years ago that there was it was called Charles Page.
Yeah. Well, it's like Will Rogers.
Yeah.
Tulsa Rogers. There's another one. Tulsa Hell. Nathan Hell. Nathan Hell is another one as well.
Yeah.
They kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay, what was that? Game 7? Is this game 6? All right. Oh, game 6. Guthrie at McKinnis. Phil, you get to pick this one first, right?
No, I just picked this one. I just picked Sand Springs still.
Oh, so I get to go first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Guthrie 5-0 on the year. They're at Bishop McGinnis. The Irish 4-1. Their only hiccup this year to their rival Bishop Kelly. This series will go away for a little bit. Bishop McGinnis moving up to 6A2 next year. Guthrie, again, has given up 3 points the entire season. That's 20 quarters, 1 score. And that was a field goal. The question, does McGinnis score? Is where you begin this conversation.
According to Grant says a TD will finally be scored on the Blue Jays this week.
And Grant, I agree with Grant. I think McGinnis does score.
Give me a
score. Touchdown?
Give me a score.
I think they scored a touchdown.
Give me the score.
Well, I got to figure out a winner here first.
Okay, I think you
Let's
just
see
said
here.
it,
Guthrie by 21, says Dallas. Guthrie by 14, says Grant. And
He's such a hater.
T-Fred says, as Lee Corso says, not so fast. I got McGinnis over Guthrie.
We would expect nothing less,
Yeah,
T-Fred.
you absolutely should
how it
make that
should
pick.
be.
Absolutely. Mr. McGinnis himself.
He is Mr. McGinnis.
Yep.
T-Fred, agree to disagree. I will go with the Blue Jays to win this game. I think this is like a 21-23-7 ball game.
Okay.
That Guthrie defense is really, really good.
They're playing really well.
Really, really well. I mean,
Really are.
Go ahead, Homer.
it's going to be Guthrie, and it's going to be Guthrie huge.
Oh, boy.
Guthrie is going to win this game, and they're going to handily.
Now, remember, McGinnis had
Are they
their
going to score? McGinnis going to score?
3 points, yep.
3 points.
McGinnis has their tight end transferred to Carl Albert.
Carl Albert.
Yep.
Carl Albert needed the help.
McGinnis had their quarterback transferred to Del City.
Del City needed the help.
Very rarely do you talk about players leaving Del City.
They're going to McGinnis.
McGinnis. And they graduated a good class last year.
They did.
Bird at linebacker and running
Taffy.
back. Taffy at running
Yep.
back. So, but with that being said, McGinnis is playing good. Better than I had expected.
You're right. But Guthrie's offense, they were a little bit slow off the blocks. Their offense has been pretty daggum good too this last couple of weeks as well too. Yeah. They could have scored another 40 points off Piedmont last week if they wanted to.
Correct.
You know, so their defense and offense is clicking right now.
That's the recipe for McGinnis, Phil.
Yep,
go ahead, pick the Irish.
Who?
Pick the Irish. Get your game back.
Guthrie, Irish,
huge,
are shut out.
Shut out.
Wow.
I gave him 3 points at least.
I gave him 7.
Yeah.
Grant and I gave him 7.
I think it's gonna be shut out. I really do.
I do too.
It's hard to do, man.
It is.
It
It's
is.
hard to do.
Hard to do.
And McGinnis has absolutely owned this series the last 10 years.
Yeah, they have played. This will be the 20th meeting between these two schools. Bishop McGinnis has won 13 of the 19 games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the last two have been split.
They have.
Split,
and both great ball games.
Awesome games.
One was an overtime victory for Guthrie, and the other was a game-winning field goal at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
For McGinnis.
Of course, the kid was out of bounds on that catch, but whatever. Yeah.
We'll let that go.
Whatever. It didn't mean anything.
We're over it.
All right, there's our homer session. All right.
That's a good-looking G right there.
That's a good G.
That is.
Game number 5. Boy, we are running late. Okay, game number 5. Clinton at Weatherford. Clinton 3-2. Weatherford 4-2 on the year. Ronnie, you get to go first.
Go ahead and say it. It's okay.
Clinton Red Tornadoes. Well, Weatherford lets down Chris this week. I'm going with the Clinton Red Tornadoes. Do not say tornadoes. You have to say
You get in
red
trouble.
tornadoes.
You get yelled at.
Red tornadoes.
Since we're running behind time, I'm going to make this short. I'm going to make this sweet. Ronnie, this is the one that's going to separate us.
Okay.
Weatherford wins a close game.
I said Weatherford was going to win 8 games this year.
They've lost 2.
You can't win 8
if you don't
if you
win.
can't lose again.
You can't win 8 if you can't win 5.
You can't win 8 if you don't win 5. I got the Eagles. Eagles fly. They got one of the top players in the state of Oklahoma on the hardwood and on the gridiron.
Stud. Oh, wait, I forgot about him. Can I?
No. And his dad is huge. His dad works for one of our clients. He's
Clinton's a little. Clinton's
up and down.
They are up and down, yeah.
They get shut out by Bishop McGinnis.
Yeah.
They come back. I mean,
Had a good win against Elk City last week, so yeah.
But I think Elk City is a little overrated.
Yeah. Well,
a little down. I wouldn't say
they score points against Carl Robert. Couple scores against Carl Robert.
Third string.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Game number 4 features the mighty Jinx Trojans, 2-3 on the year, taking on Little Piddly Norman North, 4-1 on the season. The little east side coming to the little west side school, and so we'll see how this one plays out. Don King on the call with Jinx, good friend Don.
Chris, you're up.
Oh, I get to go first?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No. Phil's up.
I was about to say.
Phil's up.
I didn't think I had this one here.
No, Phil's up.
Let's see here. Dallas has Clinton winning by 7, and Grant has Weatherford by 14.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to feel good here. So T first, the last time Guthrie beat McGinnis at McGinnis, you have to go all the way back to 2014 when Guthrie beat McGinnis 35-0.
Yep. It's been a long time.
Probably the same score this week.
Been a long time. Yeah. Same score. You know what? That is a good score.
That is a good score.
Yeah.
Good input, T Fred.
Yeah, it was.
T Fred has Weatherford winning.
Yeah.
As well. Okay.
Okay.
T Fred has Norman North winning.
Ooh.
West Side Homer. Dallas. Oh no.
He's an East Side Homer.
He's got Norman North
Norman
by
North
21.
Dallas, you're confusing me. Grant has Jinx by 10.
We're all over the place.
I want to kick this off. Give me Norman North. That's right there. I marked it before the game.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Phil Norman North.
I can't wait for this pick over here. Let's see if he's truly broke up. Let's see if he's truly broke up with Jinx Trojans right now.
They're on a little timeout. That's all that happened.
A 5 minute timeout.
He didn't throw the ring in the river. No, it's just a little timeout.
Jinx Trojans.
Oh, you're thinking Jinx.
Just a little timeout.
Jinx time. Yep, it's Jinx rebounds. Jinx don't lose twice in a row.
They don't?
Nope.
Haven't they already this year?
No, I don't think so. It sounded
Yeah,
really
they
good.
did, didn't they?
I think they did. I think so.
Well, they really don't lose 3 times in a row if that's the case. Look up Jinx. Jinx.
No, they didn't. They beat it. They beat it. Yeah.
No, they lost the end of Santa Fe
and Owasso back to back.
So they can lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, they can lose 2 in a row.
They won't.
And they will lose 2 in a row. Norman North.
Atta kid. Chris is going to be unconsolable when Jinx gets beat again.
He cannot just break. He's not broke up.
You're not broke up.
You're not broke up.
All that you said before was cap.
That Trojan walks into that stadium, ball game.
These kids are done. They don't want to play no more.
Oh no,
They're done.
No.
Slow down a little bit. Too much.
Yeah. All right, game number 3 features Edmond Santa Fe at Mustang.
This is a good game, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Chris first, yeah.
I get to go with the hard ones.
Really?
Edmond Santa Fe Mustang?
Oh, good Lord.
I mean, who really knows what's going to happen in this game?
I do.
Really?
Yes.
Who's cool?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. I have no idea who's going to win this game. Okay. I'll go Edmond Santa Fe.
I'll go Edmond Santa Fe, too. Phil?
I marked it right there, boys. Put me down for Mustang.
I would like to tell you I know all what's going to happen.
I have no idea on this game.
I have no idea.
I picked Mustang because you two picked Santa Fe.
I picked Mustang let me down last week. I mean, again, it's a bad pick on my part, but they didn't even show up to the daggone ballpark. So
they beat Jinx. They lost to Norman North.
Yep, number 4 ranked team.
They lost
Until Jinx beats them.
They beat Edmond Memorial big. They beat Edmond North big.
I mean,
so
big's good. That's a good sign. Winning big is good.
Well, if you don't beat those two big, you got a problem.
Didn't you pick Memorial to beat Santa Fe?
Oh,
okay.
Dallas.
Oh no.
He says there's a lot of hostility in Jinx America right now between parents and coaches. Coaches are getting called out on Twitter.
Love it.
Norman North, boys.
He said Santa Fe by 35. I love it, Dallas.
Grant says Santa Fe by 3, and T. Fred is going with Phil with Mustang.
he picked McGinnis though.
Well, Dallas doesn't like Mustang. He's upset with them right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that part.
So and you know what, Dallas? Based on your message that we're not going to put out there, I don't blame you. That wasn't a very smart decision.
Not a good
real
idea.
Smart. Not real smart.
Yeah, it's in the comments if anyone wants to go back. Come on, Jinx. Jinx and Weatherford.
This is break up, son. This is break up.
We're really like
yeah, we are. Number 2, Tuttle at Blanchard.
Oh yeah.
Tuttle 4-1, Blanchard 4-1. This very likely could decide the district championship. Newcastle's still there, but you could have a 3-way tie. But we'll see. Tuttle at Blanchard. I know who I'm going with.
Oh yeah, me too. It's easy.
Easy?
Oh yeah, this is
Are
easy.
you going with the best quarterback?
No.
Okay. All right. Who goes first?
It's Ronnie.
Still broke up with Blanchard. I'm going Tuttle.
Going Tuttle.
Tuttle Tigers.
Phil?
Oh, I'm going Tuttle. There's no doubt. Piedmont beat Blanchard 21-7. Blue Jays destroyed Piedmont. And Tuttle's the only person that scored on Guthrie all year.
Well, they didn't fare too well either.
Well, I guarantee you they're going to beat Blanchard. That's a lock. Lock it
That's
down.
a lock?
Lock it down.
Lock.
Tuttle by 4, Grant Oliver has. T-Fred has Tuttle, and Dallas has Tuttle by 7.
You think it's going to be that close?
No, Tuttle by at least 14.
All right. We all have Texas Tuttle as well. Game of the week here on the High School Huddle. Choctaw Yellow Jackets. 3-0. Luckily, Del City gained it in because I think Del City was going to go on and win that game. But Choctaw is undefeated. Taking on Grady Adamson and the Deer Creek Antlers, who entered the ball game 3-2 on the season. By the way, before we pick, I picked Deer Creek to win the state championship.
You did.
Yeah.
You sure did. I didn't.
Phil?
I'm going Choctaw to win this game. I think Deer Creek has a better quarterback. I think Choctaw has an overall better team. They have a quarterback that's a very good quarterback.
We got Juju.
And they got Juju. And I think there's going to be some people wanting to Juju their way out of there.
Yeah.
By the time I think Choctaw wins this.
It's at Deer Creek, though.
Yep, that's fine. Not going away.
No home field advantage.
But I think they'll win it. I think they'll win by 2 scores at least.
Okay, my heart says Deer Creek. My state championship pick says Deer Creek.
Yep. Let's go ahead.
Go ahead and say it. Put it up there.
We get all of our water in Guthrie from Deer Creek. Flush twice, please.
Please.
We need the water here in Guthrie. All that said,
You doing that?
on October 4th, 2023, because I will go Choctaw.
You picked Chalk. This is like the first time ever.
You're going to pick Choctaw.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Choctaw.
Yeah. With that defense, Juju's going to run all over the place on those guys.
It could be rough.
Be burning knuckles over there.
Okay, Choctaw, Dallas has Choctaw by 14. Grant has Choctaw by 7. T-Fred, we need your pick. T-Fred's probably watching Guthrie game film by this part or the show.
Breaking it down.
Yeah. All right, where's the final pick there? Waiting on.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So those are the top 10 games of the week. We are out of here. We are way over time. We try to go to at least 7:30.
This is fun. I love this show. I can do it all night.
If you want a little bit more of this, we're going to sign off here and go to our open mic podcast, which was supposed to start 12 minutes ago. We got a crowd waiting for us. So we will continue on with another show. Please, we appreciate everyone stopping by, checking us out live. Love the comments back and forth. We get more and more people talking, commenting every single week. And we have 13 thumbs up. Our goal was 15.
Yep.
So we can get here pretty quick. Phil, if you can do that.
I already did mine.
Oh, daggone it.
Stand by.
We're trying to get 15. Thank you for all the subscribes and likes as we try to build this channel. And we will do this again next Wednesday night. We're going to do this until the end of the football season. All the championships are crowned. We will continue on. So,
X.
that's the arrow, Phil. Okay. We're going to work with Phil's.
There we go.
Okay.
Got 14.
All right.
There's 15. Are on.
We got it. Thank you, guys. We reached our goal. It helps us. Appreciate that. All right. We are out of here. Best of luck to your team this week. Weatherford, come on.
Can I tell a joke? Can I tell a story real fast?
No, absolutely not.
This is a good story. It has to do with Bishop McGinnis. Just real quick. So OU's kicker.
You never know how this is going to end up.
OU's kicker is Schmidt, right?
Yeah.
McGinnis kicker. You guys talked about it last week on the show.
You can hear his ball.
So we were at the OU game this past weekend, and my son wants to wait for the players to come out, and Connor goes, "Hey, Dad, watch this." So we're waiting for Schmidt to come by, and he goes, "Get his attention, Dad." So I said, Schmidt. He turns up and looks. He's in the tunnel almost. He turns back or looks around. Me and Connor both go Blue Jays! He stopped, just smiled, and shook his head and walked in there. I thought it was funny. I meant to tell it earlier, but yeah, I just
he's
thought
a
of that.
good kid too.
No, he's a great kid. Yeah.
This is first field goal of the year.
He did, yeah. But it's funny. He looked up there and just
grinned.
Just had that honored look on his face.
That's awesome.
First time we saw him, you always say, I thought he was going to kick it out on
I-44.
I-44 because, he's got a mule leg.
Yep.
Last word of the night goes to Dallas. He has Owasso winning by 60 over Edmond North.
I wouldn't.
Take it easy on the west side, guys. Come
T-Fred.
on. T-Fred has Choctaw.
Yeah, that's consensus.
Choctaw. All right, there we go. So appreciate everyone checking us out. We'll talk to you next time on the High School Huddle presented by Generations Church.